How's it going, everybody? Um, so, I'm sure most of you are probably aware there are riots in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania right now. Um, 30 officers were injured during these riots, I guess. I don't know how severe these injuries were or anything, but prayers go out to them. Prayers go out to Walter Wallace, Jr., his family. Uh, it's a shame what happens, but um, we don't know exactly what happened yet. So before I make any assumptions, we should all wait, and that's what the mistake is when it comes to these riots. In the video that I'm going to put in the description box, the local news station interviewed the cousin of Mr. Wallace, and he says directly not to go out and loot and burn stuff down. But that's not what this is about. Sadly, all of these people that have been killed in the past, you know, really couple years have, well, it's been going on for a long time, but especially the past couple years, you know, with Black Lives Matter and everything, all of these people will be eventually remembered as, you know, false idols that were put up by a political movement. And you have to wonder how many of them are martyrs that made drastic decisions based on the news and the influence. So, it's just a shame that people would take this situation and go and hurt more people over it. That's why you know it is not about making a positive change, but rather a negative one. Because this whole movement is based off of mayhem and revenge, especially. So now I will say from the video that I seen, you know, he had a knife. He was told to drop the knife. He didn't. And I understand that the family in this interview that I watched too says about him being mentally ill. But when you're told to put down a knife, put down a knife. Those officers were reacting to save their lives, and everybody else's. So, but especially theirs because he was coming at them. If you're holding a knife and standing there, that's one thing. If he had his back turned or something, okay, I kind of get it, but he's coming at them. You don't do that. You'll die. Everybody knows that. Don't do that. When you call 911 and request police to come to your residence, you are requesting men or women in a certain outfit that you are aware that they are officers of the law and they are equipped with weapons, including deadly force. And they used it. And they have the right to use it when you call them and you ask them for help and somebody tries to hurt them or somebody else. That's just the society that we live in. And there's things to be said in regards to police reform. There are things that need to be done. We need to start off with psychological evaluations for police officers more frequently, and a couple times a year, to make sure that they're not losing it. And I mean deep evaluations. Like, I am fully supportive of that. Not defunding them. That would require more funds to do what I'm saying. Also, I think, they need to do more training, a lot more training, and I think it needs to be a certain style of training. I think for them to be trained in multiple things would be best. One of them being jiu-jitsu, because I know, I don't practice, but I know that is a defensive and more de-escalation based art form, so and form of protection, so I think that would be beneficial. Now, man, don't come at people with knives. Don't come at people with guns. And when a cop tells you to get down on the ground, get down on the ground. I don't know. Does your life mean that much to you to stand there or come after them? Does it? And if you're really not wrong for what you're doing and you're just a random person, black, white, whatever, that's not harming anybody, not doing anything wrong, why are you fighting it? They have no evidence on you if you didn't do it. So I think the biggest loss that we got from this is that we're finally talking about things, but a whole group of people that are in charge of it are screaming. And now that we finally got to talk about these things in the open and make a change, I don't think a change is going to happen. Or at least the best one that could happen. Because one side is screaming and the other is agreeing but just asking not to be killed or lose everything or be attacked because they want to express their views. But we're all agreeing that it sucks when people die. People should make better decisions. But there's just a lot that the people that are screaming are missing. But you can't teach them anything because they're screaming at you the whole time. So, I don't know, guys. I'm tired of seeing riots. But as far as silencing me goes, you're not. So, I don't know what you're trying to prove. When you boil it down, this whole movement is a bunch of criminals. Or at least this whole movement has been taken over by criminals who just want to loot, riot, and steal shit and hurt people. We're not going to change anything. I think history has shown that with violence, nobody fucking wins. But to create more violence because somebody got hurt just doesn't. It doesn't make sense. And everybody needs to stop ignoring that fact, I guess. So prayers go out to the family. Prayers go out to everybody that was affected by these riots and that are being affected by them. I'll continue talking to you guys about it as soon as I hear anything new, and thank you guys so much for watching. Kind of went off on a rant there, but I think I kind of got my point across. But you guys stay safe, and I'll see you next time.